Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are going somewhere pretty unusual.
Okay.
We're looking at a 17th century rationalist philosopher, Benedict de Spinoza, and putting him side by side with, well, the world's most potent 10-minute psychedelic.
5-MeO DMT.
Exactly. So our mission for this deep dive is to see if one can actually be an intuition of the other.
It's a compelling idea. Spinoza was, a total paradox in his time.
All right, they called him God-intoxicated and a monstrous atheist in the same breath.
And that's because his entire system collapses everything, mind, matter, all of it, into one single substance.
Which he called God or nature. De nous, de vis natura.
That's the one.
Okay, let's unpack that because it's the absolute foundation for everything we're going to talk about. What does it mean that there's only one substance?
Well, it's what's called an absolute monism. There's only one single reality, and it expresses itself in, infinite ways, which he called attributes.
But humans can only perceive two of them.
Just two. Thought, which is mind, and extension, which is matter. And the crucial thing for you to get is that they are not two separate things that interact.
So no ghost in the machine.
No ghost at all. They are perfectly parallel expressions of the exact same reality. Think of it like looking at two sides of a single coin.
Wait, okay, so if mind and matter are just parallel, what does that mean for something we think of as lifeless? Like a rock.
Well, that parallelism forces him into a really fascinating position. It's called panpsychism.
Everything is a mind.
In a way, yes. If a rock has the attribute of matter, it must also have a parallel mental attribute. Everything is animated.
And that's why he's seen as a blueprint for deep ecology. It gets rid of the alienation between us and nature.
Exactly. It completely dissolves that boundary.
So that sets the stage for the peak experience. Spinoza says that knowledge from our senses, or even from reason, is limited. He talked about a third kind of knowledge.
Intuition. And he called his highest form the Amor intellectualis, the intellectual love of God.
And what is that exactly? It sounds very grand.
It is. It's a rare, direct insight into the essence of existence. You're not just seeing things in time, you're seeing them subspecie aeternitatis.
Under the aspect of eternity.
Right. And eternity here doesn't mean forever, like a long duration. It means timelessness. Your finite mind sort of collapses into this timeless whole.
Which gives a feeling of immortality, but not as an afterlife.
No, not at all. It's a manner of existence, a state of being. The writer Romain Rolland had a beautiful phrase for it.
The white sun of substance. Le soleil blanc de la substance.
And that image, that blinding white light, is our pivot. We're moving from 17th century philosophy to 5-MeO DMT.
Which is this incredibly potent compound, sometimes sourced from the Sonoran desert toad.
Right.
And it creates this intense mystical state, but externally it only lasts for about 10 minutes. So how does this fleeting chemical event line up with Spinoza's timeless rational intuition?
The overlap in the descriptions is just staggering. The experience often starts with a totally overwhelming white light. A whiteout, not a blackout.
Which sounds a lot like that white sun.
It does. And it aligns with Spinoza's third kind of knowledge because it's nonsensible, non-conceptual. It's just raw cognition of everything all at once.
It bypasses our whole usual filtering system.
Completely. People consistently report stepping outside of time. The clock on the wall becomes, just irrelevant, almost a joke.
But what's the most significant connection?
It's the self. That fundamental drive to survive, what Spinoza called the conatus. It vanishes.
So no will, no desire, no self-preservation.
None. The subject-object split just dissolves. The finite mind fuses with the infinite mind of nature.
And this is the core of it all, isn't it? The psychedelic Spinozan symbiosis.
It really is.
The psychedelic state becomes this brief, powerful intuition of the Spinozan system.
And Spinoza's system provides a rational framework that says, hey, that wild experience you had, that might actually be a legitimate glimpse of reality.
So what's the bigger picture here? Where does this leave us?
Well, it gives us a kind of secular path to the sacred, a way to understand that the totality, God or nature, is all there is. And maybe, just maybe, that helps address our ecological crisis from a place of real connection, not alienation.
Which leaves a final thought for you, our listener. If that white sun of substance is a true, brief exposure to the timeless totality of nature, if you truly realize that necessity, does that free you? Can it free you from suffering over things like remorse, blame, and of course the fear of death? Something to think about until our next deep dive.